to September that your teams are never ready to play the first 2 to 3 weeks of the season. In 12 games for the first 2 weeks of the season, spanning 6 years, this man is 1-11. Joe Burrow is 1-4. Why? What the hell is going on? The season starts in early September. I will say this. This is great news for Shedeur Sanders. Because Cleveland had given the impression, hey, we don't mind having 4 quarterbacks on the roster, when everybody was saying, what are you doing? It's really supposed to be 3. And so you trade Kenny Pickett, and now you've got the 3 that you have. So immediately, in the immediate aftermath of that putrid performance this past weekend, Shedeur Sanders basically, they basically said, hey, you're on this roster. We believe in you. We're going to continue to develop you. We have faith in you, et cetera, et cetera.
Stephen A. Smith has completely gone off, blasting Joe Burrow for constantly choking in season openers. He made it clear that while Burrow is a star quarterback and one of the most talented in the league, there's a serious flaw holding him back. He comes out flat when the season begins. Year after year, the same disappointment repeats itself. And Stephen A. is flat out demanding that Burrow finally change the narrative. But it didn't stop there. Stephen A. took it even further, saying that if Burrow once again disappears against the Browns this season, Shedeur Sanders could step right in and steal all the attention. He even claimed Sanders might actually be the better quarterback compared to Burrow. Shocking, right? So, is Burrow really just cursed when it comes to season openers?
You're missing playoffs by 1 game or whatever. You're losing to the Patriots last year for. And you scored 10 points with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase in the lineup. How'd that happen? With T. Higgins or anybody else? I'm looking at this record right now with Joe Burrow. 1-4 record.
Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back. He dropped a brutal stat that exposed Joe Burrow completely. Burrow has managed to throw just 1 touchdown in his last 4 season openers. Yes, only 1 touchdown in 4 straight years. For a quarterback with Burrow's talent and all the hype he gets, that kind of stat is embarrassing and raises serious doubts. With the massive expectations riding on him, this looks like a dangerous trend. Sure, Burrow has proven he can deliver in clutch playoff moments, but when it comes to opening games, he keeps falling flat on his face. The Bengals desperately need their franchise quarterback to come out swinging, especially in such an important opening game. Stephen A. Smith went even further, suggesting that Burrow's lack of fire in season openers isn't just about slow starts. It could actually point to a deeper issue holding him back when the pressure is highest. Meanwhile, after the recent trade involving Kenny Pickett, Stephen A. Smith chimed in, saying this move is the Browns sending a loud and clear message about shaking things up and pushing the competition harder. They're throwing their full support behind Shedeur Sanders. Stephen A. Smith believes the trade proves Cleveland is handing Sanders a legit shot to prove himself, especially with the chance to face Joe Burrow straight up in the season opener. According to Stephen A., the Browns dealing away Kenny Pickett is a bold statement of confidence in Sanders and their push to see him rise to the challenge. The quarterback scene in Cleveland is shifting fast, and these moves could completely reshape Sanders' future. Stephen A. even went so far as to say Sanders could flat out embarrass Burrow in that first game of the season.
I'll say this. This is great news for Shedeur Sanders. Because Cleveland had given the impression, hey, we don't mind having 4 quarterbacks on the roster, when everybody was saying, what are you doing? It's really supposed to be 3. And so you trade Kenny Pickett, and now you've got the 3 that you have. So immediately, in the immediate aftermath of that putrid performance this past weekend, Shedeur Sanders basically, they basically said, hey, you're on this roster. We believe in you. We're going to continue to develop you. We have faith in you, et cetera, et cetera.
Stephen A. Smith made it crystal clear that this move proves Shedeur Sanders is climbing the ladder fast. He pointed out that even before the last preseason game, it was obvious Sanders had already jumped ahead of Dillon Gabriel on the depth chart. Stephen stressed that aside from a few small slip-ups, Shedeur has stayed locked in, communicated like a leader, and is now laser-focused on taking his game higher. The Browns clearly see his upside and are betting on him to grow into a dominant, game-changing player. With the season opener right around the corner, Stephen A. underlined that Sanders is set to go toe-to-toe with Joe Burrow, and this game could be the moment that proves just how far he's already come.
He really hasn't done anything. I mean, he hasn't gotten in any trouble. I mean, he hasn't been saying the wrong things. He hasn't been a less than a model citizen focused on, being the best that he can be. He hasn't done anything. So I think that when we look at it, he's going in there, he's working hard, he's trying to...
Stephen A. Smith didn't let up. He pointed out how quickly the entire situation has flipped in just the last week. He explained that while Shedeur Sanders had been steadily climbing the depth chart thanks to his past performances and obvious talent, recent moves have completely changed the storyline. Still, Stephen made it clear that with the Browns now backing him with real confidence, Shedeur has the chance to prove he's ready to step up and shine at a higher level. This is his moment to show the world he's not just another young quarterback, but one who can rise to the spotlight and flat-out shatter expectations.
Going in there, he's working hard, he's trying to improve every day, he's saying all the right things, trying to elevate his level of play. And remember, up until this past weekend, we did think there was a legitimate argument that he should have been higher on the depth chart than Dillon Gabriel because he performed better against Carolina than Dillon Gabriel had performed in the preseason game against the Eagles. It's just that obviously he nosedived over this last weekend, so the tenor of the conversation.
Stephen A. Smith didn't stop there. He kept hammering home how drastically the situation has changed in just the past week. He explained that while Shedeur Sanders had already been climbing the depth chart because of his past performances and raw potential, the latest moves have completely flipped the script. Even so, Stephen stressed that with the Browns showing real confidence in him, Shedeur now has the chance to prove he's ready to step up and deliver on a bigger stage. This is his shot to show everyone he's not just another rookie quarterback, but one who can rise up and smash expectations. And what better way to do it than by going head-to-head with a so-called superstar like Joe Burrow in the season opener?
I don't concern myself with outside type of things, but I'm committed to his development, just like all of our rookies. So we'll continue to focus on getting our guys better, and that's what we'll stay committed to, and that's what's important to me.
On the flip side, Shedeur Sanders is rapidly turning into one of the NFL's hottest rising stars. With the Browns' recent move to trade Kenny Pickett, they've made it clear they're fully invested in Sanders, showing they believe he has what it takes to become a cornerstone for the franchise. His steady climb up the depth chart and eye-opening performances have put fans and analysts on notice. And now, with the Browns backing him with full confidence, Sanders has the chance to silence every doubter and prove himself on the biggest stage in a major way. Facing Joe Burrow in the season opener will be the ultimate test for Shedeur Sanders, but it's also his golden chance to prove he's a real threat in this league. As the season kicks off, every spotlight will be locked on this matchup. Can Burrow finally shake off his ugly early season curse and actually live up to the elite label he's been handed? Or will Shedeur Sanders rise up, take control, and show he's ready to outshine one of the NFL's so-called best quarterbacks? Only time will tell, but one thing's guaranteed, the drama between these two quarterbacks is just beginning to heat up. So, what do you think, people? Can Joe Burrow finally break his season opener curse and prove he's really the elite quarterback everyone keeps hyping him up to be? Or is it time for a fresh face to snatch the spotlight away from him? Will Shedeur Sanders rise up and prove he's more than just a young prospect, ready to go toe-to-toe with an overhyped veteran like Burrow? Do you believe the Browns' confidence in Sanders will pay off big, or will it all collapse under the weight of such a massive moment? This showdown could change everything. Burrow's legacy versus Sanders' rise. Don't miss a second of the drama. Hit subscribe, like, and turn on notifications now.